Hey Indianapolis Motor Speedway fans, Doug Boles here with you. We are here in Indianapolis in January getting ready for all of the things that you'll see on NBC related to drivers, as well as social media on the NTT INDYCAR Series website and a lot of the drivers' social. It is Content Day here in the JW in Indianapolis. We're going to take you behind the scenes, see some of those drivers, some of the places where they're doing interviews, and meet a couple of the people that make it happen as we get ready for the 2024 NTT INDYCAR Series season. So Content Day is sort of like organized chaos. It's trying to get a bunch of race car drivers and their people together at a whole bunch of spots at exactly the right time. If somebody's late, then everybody's late. It is a lot of work to set up on the front end. It's even more work to execute. One of the people that really is involved in executing that and setting it up is Alexis Hurley. She's the Director of Marketing for the NTT INDYCAR Series. Crazy 48 hours here inside the JW.
Yeah, and actually it starts a whole day before that. We're setup day here for another 12 hours, setting up all the sets for the next 2 days.
So it's everybody. You've got our production team, NBC's here, Firestone's here, NTT, a lot of the other media folks are here. It is a big juggling act.
Yeah, it's huge. It's a lot of participation from, like you said, our broadcast partners and our partners, as well as our local affiliate and news outlets and media, not only here in the room, but also zooming in from afar.
So I know even a little challenge for this year. We didn't really know exactly where this was going to happen until late, so I'm assuming your Christmas break wasn't really a Christmas break.
We were worrying about food and beverage and hotel rooms up until about December 30th.
So as somebody that helps put this on and you start seeing the drivers come in, you get a chance to interact with them, you know them all very, very well. How much fun is it to see them smiling and complaining and all the things that they do across the couple of days that they're here?
I think it wouldn't be Content Days without a couple complaints.
They made me put a hat on though, and I still have photos after that.
But it is like first day of school back when we haven't seen everyone for a couple of months, and so it's good to get back in the swing of things knowing the season's right around the corner right after this.
And it's a team effort. You pull people that aren't even in the marketing or PR department in here to make this work.
Yeah, we are very lucky to have a staff at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, as well as our office, that we can pull from the competition department or IMS marketing, creative, you name it. We pull any and all bodies to come and help us.
So there you have it, folks. Alexis Hurley, you see her at the racetrack. She's out there making sure the drivers get where they need to be, that our victory lane works out well, working with NBC in the middle of January as we get ready for the 2024 season. She's right here making sure the content that you see all year is done well. So one of my favorite people at the NTT INDYCAR Series is Kate Davis. She's the Director of Communications for the INDYCAR Series, which means she has to figure out how to make sure drivers talk to media and media talk to drivers. And when media have those questions that maybe we don't want to answer, she's got to make sure that we answer them. It's a lot of work. But for this weekend, for Content Day, or this week as we get prepared for that, you also don't just do the media, but I understand you've got to schedule all of this by the minute of all these 650 plus events that our drivers go through while they're here.
Yeah, that's true. When I first got here, we kind of gave them a checklist and allowed them to kind of jump from room to room and figure it out. And you know, I had a previous position at NASCAR where I had a very similar role, and I decided, you know what, we're going to redo this day. So now each driver gets a master schedule of all the places they're supposed to go and a time that they're supposed to be there. Now, granted, things get a little off and people try to trade rooms and things like that, but for the most part, they're pretty good about following exactly the path that we've laid out for them. We also looked at the path that we're gonna take here at the JW, so we're able to kind of make sure they're not jumping from hallway to hallway and that they have a path with purpose.
So when you think about beyond the drivers, you start thinking about the media that cover us throughout the full season and making sure they're here. So you're not only scheduling drivers, you're also then making sure the media know who's coming, or the media might have somebody in specific they want at a certain time. So I'm assuming you have to juggle that as well.
Yeah, there's specific rooms that have specific needs, and so we try to prioritize that. I also try to prioritize their day by number of Indy 500 wins or number of INDYCAR championships. So if you're a rookie, sorry, your day is not going to be as fun as, let's say, Scott Dixon's day. I would consider him the P1 position on the day that he attends, since he has 6 INDYCAR championships.
As you're scheduling that, I assume you're working with somebody at the team as well as the drivers, and then as well as, so for example, this room we use for our Duggan drivers, so we're scheduling with you to make sure we have content. So you're dealing with a whole bunch of points of contact.
Yeah, and you know, we actually put out some preliminary schedules right before the holidays, and those are not the schedules that we're following today. even as late as last week and even this week, we've had some people either have something come up and have to cancel, or hey, we need this driver, but maybe not that driver. So it's a constant juggle up until we print the schedules and bring them here to the hotel.
That's fantastic. So Kate Davis, you see her at the racetracks, making sure all the media runs smoothly. Also, when she's here at home, making sure the media runs smoothly. But for this particular event, she's making sure the entire thing runs smoothly on a schedule that if you looked at the spreadsheet, you wouldn't believe all the moving pieces to make Content Day work, so that all the stuff you see throughout the entire year gets done while we're here.
I'm Felix Rosenqvist.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, that was nailed. What are you guys laughing at?
So there you have it, race fans. Content Days, they are finished here in the JW in Indianapolis, Indiana. And you know what that means? Racing. Racing is just around the corner. Our favorite series, the NTT INDYCAR Series, is ready for the 2024 season. And I can't wait to host them at Indianapolis for the Sancio Grand Prix and the 108th running of the Indianapolis 500 presented by Gamebridge. See you next time on Behind the Bricks.